Hey, I'm Kevin Gilmore with the VCC MSHS program here at Vineyard Community Center. I'm going to talk to you guys about an activity that has been adapted for my middle and high school students called Power Words. One of the ways we have done this activity with Power Words is I've given all the students a sheet of paper, and with each sheet of paper they got their own box of colored pencils. I have each student write down a word that someone has said to them or spoke over them that they didn't like, that didn't represent them, or better yet, that they didn't get to say themselves. When they write those words down, I have each one of them cross out what that word is. But I also have them tell me what the meaning of that word or how that word made them feel. So here's an example of one of the things that was written down. One of my students, the word for her was funny. A lot of the students call her funny. They represent her as being funny. But come to find out, for her, she hated it. She did not like the fact that people called her funny because that means people were making fun of her. So that was one of the words that she wrote down and she crossed out. Now once this word is written down and crossed out, I have each student write down what word would they want to represent them, or what is a word that they want to represent them well. So for her, she actually wrote down intelligent, and she chose the color purple out of her colored pencils because for her, it meant royalty. And so she loved the fact that she was able to think of herself as being someone who is intelligent and not just funny. So the reason that we gave all the students colored pencils is so that they can choose their colors because it also matches up with how they're feeling. A lot of the students use colors like red or orange or black for things that really didn't make them feel good. But they chose other colors that might have been red, orange, or black that did make them feel good. It's their choice. It allows them to choose what they want to do and how they want to write things out. Now, another version of this activity we did in a group session after every kid did it individually. Every kid sat down at a table, we rolled out a big old piece of construction paper, and every kid sat down again with those colored pencils. And now we were going to write something about ourselves that was positive, a power word that spoke to our heart, that spoke to the very best parts of who we are. And the crazy part about it is, it's a curveball for the students. I had everyone get up and shift one chair over. They didn't know this in the beginning of the directions, but it was really cool. Mr. Kevin, why are we sitting here? Now you're gonna write something affirming to that student on that word that they said about themselves. And then we'll get up and shift again, and we keep going. And we'll keep throwing out different words and different positive affirming power words for each one of these students. By the time we got done, we had this big old graffiti wall of all these positive affirmations that came from all over. But each kid could see the word that they wrote and then an arrow pointing from other friends in the classroom and leaders who were part of this activity who had even more empowering things to say for each student. Power Words activity can go as far as you want it to go. You have to take and make it what's yours. For us, our population of kids, we want to teach them how to speak positively to themselves and to others. So we took time to do that with some colored pencils, some construction paper, and some very affirming love.